You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary, the Coming Attractions episode. I am Joe Findlay.
Todd Tebow the Sailor Murray.
I don't know, I felt weird about how I started.
I did too,
that
actually.
I, was like,
I thought that you were going to go again. I really did.
Oh, really? Well,
I thought you were going to.
Well,
I'm glad you didn't.
Now I'm definitely not.
Good. I'm glad you didn't. It's too late now.
We're owning it now. I'm
been
a
a
part
long
of the
time.
zoo crew. Yeah,
It's
we
been
have
a
not.
long time, bro.
It's been
not
over
to
a
them,
month.
but
It's been over a month since we've recorded one of these mini episodes together.
I've been jonesing.
Yeah, well, because we've been recording the episodes pretty far off in advance. And then the
Well,
last
just ruin the mystique.
No, they know. I say it like 30 times an episode
not
because
listening.
we talk about things that are so dated, and it's like,
Yeah, right?
yeah, it's like,
Holy Lord. You heard about that Heaven's Gate cult?
not
Why?
yet.
We're getting there.
I'm not there yet. I'm still working
The
through
worst paper boy ever. Like, my God, he's always like, "Where's my tip?" Yeah, you know where it is, buddy. For fuck's sakes.
Stick the tip in. What? Is that what you meant? Okay.
Just the tip, I swear. It's pretty much just a tip, anyways. So I'm not lying.
For sure. I think we'll get started. We got a lot to talk about in this one, so let's just get
we
started
do.
with the announcement of next week's movie.
Okay.
We've been talking about doing this one forever. I
Yes, we
think
have.
you could probably. I'm not going to make the compilation to say how many times we've done it, but because that would require
Oh man.
excess work
Yeah,
that
what
I don't
the
have time to
fuck
do.
that?
But the
Yeah, they know I ain't gonna do it.
yeah, there it is. See, and so, but we've been talking about it for a long time, and finally we're going to do it, and we are going to watch.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
You got me, you sucker.
He is
No,
devastated.
I'm really glad because I, honest to God, forgot. Because we always talk about doing every movie all the time. Most of our episodes are just what.
Hey,
other
would you
movies
do
we
that
should
one next? Yeah,
It's really like most of our movies are production meetings for the next week.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah.
But
Yep.
it's all right, professionalism. And
That's
the
why we're getting the big bucks.
ching ching. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Is
Was that the money sound? That was more like you doing those finger symbols.
yeah.
Okay.
That's all I can afford from the money we made.
Yeah, we can't even afford to make the money noise.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gotta be. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course.
Well, and that's it. I couldn't afford to buy the finger symbols either. All I could afford was one online lesson with Michael Winslow on how to make the symbol noise.
You didn't get to the rocker lesson or the robot lesson or the
Nothing.
yeah.
I just have to pretend like that's me doing.
I looked away. I swore to God that Michael Winslow was just there now.
Yeah, that was my impression of Michael Winslow. I wasn't trying to do
Amazing.
See, Todd got it.
Woo!
If you didn't get it, well,
That's deep shit.
Philistine.
That is deep.
No
That's some
doubt.
existential shit right there,
There we
man.
go. We bring it at you from all angles. Do we?
Mainly from crotch down, but
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
sometimes.
Yeah, mostly from low angles.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, this is Keenan Ivory Wayans kind of breakout thing, and therefore all of the Wayans breakout thing.
That is correct. Every
And
one of them is in this thing somewhere.
The
All
ultimate
54 of them.
the ultimate blaxploitation spoof. This was kind of
It's like, is it like the only one? Although blaxploitation was kind of a spoof unto itself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They're very kind of
Yeah.
I don't know,
It-
what
yeah.
the
Well, they
shit,
were
like,
kind of satirical in a way,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, this was
in a serious kind of way.
well, and also there was nothing like this in the black community. Like it was all like the Zookers doing like airplane, and stuff like that,
or
and really
Naked Gun or
yeah. So it was like you've got all that kind of stuff and Hot Shots. I don't know where this lined up around Hot Shots. I think Hot Shots had been out by this point, but
I don't know actually.
But it was in and around.
I
that
feel like
period.
this was before.
Yeah, but it was close enough too. It's probably
Close enough for me.
yeah. So, but I mean, these things had existed, but not for not for people who watch these specific types of movies. So, it's out now. It came out a while ago, like 30-something years ago. And
Yeah, if any of you were worried that
Yeah.
this hadn't hit the theaters yet,
it's available on Laserdisc.
it's a screener,
Oh, no.
a Laserdisc screener,
Yeah, for your consideration.
hand delivered by Danny DeVito.
Why did yeah, if it could have been anybody else, longer legs, we could have got it sooner. But,
Hey,
Because I just picture he's like, "Hey guys, what is that? My
can
perfect...
I do your pocket? No, Danny, no.
No, for the love of God. Then I'd have to do twins.
Take that penguin outfit off, and he's like, "What outfit?" Wah. That's what he really looks like. When you see Danny DeVito on the street, he's got a whole makeup crew doing him over because he needed no makeup for Batman Returns.
Nope, not a bit. And everybody they thought he was trying to get the part of the penguin because he kept going, "Got ham," and they're like, "No, it's pronounced Gotham." He was just looking for ham.
Yeah.
He was just giving some ham.
Surprisingly, though, his breath was minty fresh.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Rhea Perlman's pussy must be like super self-cleaning.
Like sucking on a lollipop.
You betcha.
You welcome us to the lollipop.
Are they still together?
They better be.
Fuck. Yeah, they
had better be.
I was gonna say like, yeah, what would they do without each other? But it's Hollywood. Danny DeVito could probably still pull.
Oh hells yes.
But Rhea Perlman
got some cash. You know, one of those friggin'.
Rhea Perlman just looks like if they remade Stop or My Mom Will Shoot with Ron Perlman and Rhea Perlman, it would make perfect sense.
Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, and Ron Perlman plays the mom.
Probably.
Yes.
But like they have this very similar.
They do.
Like the face,
Are they
like
related?
Those lines. Well, that was my first thought, but I don't believe so. I think they spelled their names differently. I think she's like P-A-R,
just to throw everybody off.
P-A-R-L, and he's just P-E-R-L.
Right.
So, but either way, they're both
I met
monsters. What? Oh yeah, you did.
I sure did. My breakout role.
That's right.
Way in the background for 2 seconds.
Not way in the background.
Bacon.
You were in the immediate background.
Yeah, right. You're not all the way back there. If you pause it, which we tried.
Yeah.
We saw, I think, the top of my hat or something.
No, we think we did it right.
Yeah.
We sent a screenshot. So
I pointed to some Mexican woman and said it was me.
It's all good.
Nobody had any idea it wasn't.
Yeah, well, it was years ago, so I mean,
they
can't prove you weren't a Mexican woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And
so,
that's racist if you do. To assume that I wasn't or used to be a Mexican woman is bad on you.
Get woke, you motherfuckers.
Yep. Woke up.
Woke.
Swag.
What other words?
Like Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, the Woken Warriors.
I'm going to go ahead and say sure.
Yeah. I knew it.
All right.
So what's going on over there in the world?
WWF for life. Well, we got to watch the trailer for this movie.
Oh, yeah. Is that what we do? It's been so long. I can't even
I know,
remember.
right? So let's. It's going to take even longer because I forgot there's the mouse. This really like legitimately rusty.
It's a pretty big preview, man.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes. That's not bad. All right. So let us take a listen.
Never has a film moved so many and touched so deeply. United Artists is proud to present I Am Going to Get You, Sucker, a captivating story.
Yo, baby, hold it. That ain't it. It's I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Yes. And it's the story of the brothers' fight. Yes. Against Mr. Big. Yes. Well.
Let's get that sucker.
Push. It's about action, bravery.
I'm a soldier, man. I've been trained for combat.
Let's go in, romance.
12 inches.
And danger.
If y'all step on my bunny, I'll kill both of you.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Let's get that sucker.
It's the good guys against the bad guys.
Oh, how come their guns are so much bigger than ours? It's a phallic thing. I don't know.
Good girls against the bad guys.
You must got the devil in you.
And it's bad guys against the bad guys.
Now, you boys can leave either through the window or the stairs.
We gonna take the stairs. We'll take the stairs.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
You know what I mean, brother?
Well, actually, I don't. You know, I didn't grow up around blacks. Now, I grew up in the suburbs. My dad was a lawyer, my mom was a doctor, and all my friends are white. Chump.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
No.
It's got passion, pumps, rhythm, and soul.
Preach, brother!
Who are these guys? It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Don't say that.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. Even if you can't say it, you got to see it.
I got you, sucker.
All right, so that is our movie. We are super excited to finally get to do it and talk about.
Don't watch the preview.
Well,
What a
we
ruiner.
Well, they just literally listened to the preview.
Oh
so
God.
There's no way around it. Yeah, there's a
All
lot
the
of
previews ruin everything nowadays, except for Infinity War did a great job.
Jesus.
Like Alfred Hitchcock style,
well,
where they
they
just
flat
throw
out-
you through a loop, right?
I won't say how, just in case anybody hasn't seen it yet. I mean, we're
Oh my
still
god,
like,
this episode's gonna come out in like 3 years from
no,
now.
this is coming out on Friday.
Oh my god.
So
yeah, this is the mini so.
Yes,
Jesus.
it's been a while.
Oh, it's been a while.
Oh god, it's when Stained realized that depression metal was their
Yeah.
king. But yeah, like Avengers just flat out lied to you in some.
I
of
like
the,
that.
In some of the trials.
I
did
dig
too.
it. People were upset with it too. I can't believe the. I mean, come on. What do you want? It didn't matter anyways. They're just gonna bitch about everything anyways.
That's the truth. But
That's the truth.
well, let's talk
brother.
about Avengers though. I mean, we've obviously, if you haven't seen our review of Avengers on Miscast TV, go check it out on the Miscast TV YouTube
Wait
page.
till this one's done though, and then don't stop
No,
this magic.
Simultaneous.
Whoa.
Get it done. But since we have done that, Avengers was the fastest movie to cross $1 billion.
$1 billion. It beat what? Star Wars. It's got to be Star Wars.
Well, it beat Force Awakens for the
Same
biggest
company.
opening and all that stuff, and it beat.
Nothing like beating yourself.
Yeah.
No, really, there's nothing like it.
That's
I tell you.
great.
Whew.
Well, and the ones that were up there, it was that Jurassic World and I think Fate of the Furious
Oh, yeah,
were the
okay.
big ones because Fate of the Furious is huge worldwide.
Yes, it was.
And that's the thing that Star Wars, and which is really weird to me, Star Wars is a very domestic product. It's not huge.
It's not very big overseas, or what?
It's not huge around the world. I think it's because, like in Asia, everything is Star Wars. Or
Right.
like,
Anyways,
like it's,
no, they watch a Star Wars movie and they're like, "This is like technology from 20 years ago."
Yeah, exactly. We've already been to Kashyyyk.
Oh
Okay?
yeah, fine. It's nothing like that.
Yeah, but it's no, I don't know. Like it does well everywhere, but it's not like over the top crazy.
Right.
Like it is here. So it's like, whereas they go out of their way in like Fate of the Furious, and they tried it in Triple X, but it didn't work. Like they get
They tried a lot of things that didn't work in that movie.
but they get people from every culture,
Right.
And they get like people who are like in Triple X. They went out of their way. They got like soccer stars and stuff like this.
Like
so
everybody.
so it would draw people in, and
Hey,
it
Ronda
did.
Rousey, like
Yeah, well, that was
so the other one,
Yeah, but the
Farce of the Furious. Oh my god.
oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah.
Is that a thing?
No, it is now. I'll bet ya.
Let's get it working.
It'll star Rennie Harland, or no, it'll be directed by Rennie Harland, but
Yeah.
it'll star what's his name from Rocket Man, Harlan
Harlan
Williams.
Williams.
Harlan Williams, Kelsey Grammer, who could
Oh,
be in
shit.
Farce
Oh,
of the
so
Furious.
so you're literally just naming the cast of Down Periscope.
pretty much. Yep.
Lauren Holly.
Yes. As Vin Diesel.
I'm all in, to be quite frank.
Man
with you.
Driesel.
Yeah, Rob Schneider is definitely
Oh
playing the
my
Paul Walker
god,
role.
yes. And he will die on camera.
Well, I was gonna say they'll just the joke will be because they'll feel like they need to make a joke, so they'll just CG him into the entire movie.
You gotta have a Wayans in there too, right? Just to cross over. Because
Yeah.
he does all those friggin'
I'm gonna say Sean because like Marlon's doing like music or something now or stand up or some
Ew.
shit. I don't know.
musical stand up. Oh god.
I don't know. He was all I know is he was the third guest on a late night show, and that's either stand up or music. So, and he was. Oh no, Sean Wayans was the DJ for In Living Color.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the flat music point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he'd also do the
the Arsenio?
Arsenio, because he'd go like this and he'd like pump, and it was really good. I enjoyed it very much. Todd's pointing at something. I don't know what. He just pointed at like our audio waves. Like he's like, you know what I'm talking about, because they're bouncing up and down just
Hell
like our
yeah,
fists
they
were.
are.
So yeah, so I mean that was Avengers. Avengers, I think, has a very legitimate shot at overtaking
Titanic. Avatar.
Well, Avatar, yeah.
I think it's going to. Do you think that any movie in the summer will do as well?
Mm-mm.
Or even come close?
No.
Because those Jurassic ones do pretty damn well.
Jurassic World's gonna do well. It'll cross $1 billion.
What else is out there?
But,
I'm going for Tom Cruise,
Solo?
baby. Fuck that.
Yeah.
All his own. Thanos didn't even do his own stunts. Tom Cruise did.
Thanos did all his own stunts.
Okay, yeah. Well,
He snapped
that
his
guy.
fingers. Or did he? I don't
And
know. Speaking of which,
maybe
did
he
you
snapped
hear?
his toes?
Did you hear about that Mark Ruffalo like completely
Yes.
blew the ending of that movie?
They don't. They can't tell him or Tom Holland a fucking thing because all he does is open his big flapping mouth.
Well, and it was really funny because I was watching when Conan was interviewing him, and they said and they asked who the big blabbermouths were, and they said it was those two. And then I finally watched the clip yesterday of Ruffalo saying something that really gives it all away. And he was with Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle just looks at him, and Ruffalo's like, "Am I in trouble?" He's like, "Yeah, probably." And then he's like, "Can we just
It seems
rewind
honestly
this?"
okay. Like one time, kind of funny. Second time, cute. Third, fourth time, it's like, are you doing this on purpose, man?
Well,
Are you doing this on purpose?
And he was sitting there, and he even said he just put his head in his hands. He's like, "I'm too impulsive for this kind of thing." Like, he's like, "I can't not do it." And he's like, "I get it." And then like the excitement of Tom Holland, who's like just a kid, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
he
like,
ruins
it's-
everything too.
But like,
Did you
Ruffalo has been in the business for way too long. You'd think he would have no problem. not doing
Exactly.
this.
Like,
but
don't
they even
say
said,
anything.
They even said though, Scarlett Johansson said he was FaceTiming during the table read, and it was like during like a spot that gave away a ton of stuff, and like she
Like
actually
talking
had
to
go,
mom on the phone.
Yeah, she had to go. Like, she's like, "Are you literally videotaping this right now?"
What the fuck? They all got matching tattoos except for him.
Yes.
All the original cast members. That tattoo artist, that tattoo shop must have lost their shit.
I would have died. And it was all apparently
wanna fuck
Scarlett
that
Johansson
tattoo
is
up.
the leader of the Avengers in real life.
Oh, like she's
Like,
their team leader.
She's the boss, and she
Look at
actually
the tits
said,
on her. Of course she is.
No, I know, but they actually said Conan even asked. They were like, "Who's kind of the boss?" And they're like, everybody listens to Scarlett. And then sure enough, she's the one who brought the tattoo artist, and like Robert.
Oh,
Downey
I thought
Jr.
that they showed up. All of them showed up at a thing.
No, she hired the guy or whatever. I think they did it at a place.
It looked like it.
But yeah, they did it at a place, but like it was arranged ahead of time. It's not like they just all showed up.
Right. Damn. That would've been
Yeah,
way
they
cooler.
weren't walk-ins. They wanted to get like a good guy though too, right? So
Like somebody they know, or somebody
yeah.
that's revered
So,
in the art of blasphemizing your godly vessel.
yeah, but it showed a ton of people agreeing to do it, and then apparently she had to bully Chris Hemsworth into doing it. Because he didn't want to do it. He's like
the giant guy that plays Thor.
Yeah, she's like, well, he's like the perfect specimen. It's
Yeah.
like, I can't change this. And she's like, "You'll
where
do
did he get it? His ankle?
It's probably like
It's-
a millimeter.
Yep, I guarantee his is just a little guy, right? Well, what I mean, come on. Sometimes you can lose movie role. Well, I don't think any of them are going to lose a movie role for having a little tattoo somewhere. But
The Rock is a tattoo now, and
Yes.
he gets roles. And you would think, oh, they'll just do makeup over top of it. No, he's just the guy that's a part of who he is. He could play a guy named No Tattoo Johnny, and they'll just have giant
just tattoos
all over.
everywhere.
They'll say it's
You know he's getting paid like $22 million for his next movie.
I don't blame them.
Oh, I don't either, but I was shocked.
yeah.
I can't remember what the hell the name of it was. I think Anne Hathaway's getting $15 million to do Barbie.
Yeah, I can
I'm
see
sure
it.
I read this big long thing on IGN about like who's getting paid the most.
That wouldn't surprise me.
And Eddie Murphy's
honest.
getting paid $8 million to just stay at home and not make movies.
I think that's wise.
Yeah, you know, I think that's money
For
well
how much-
spent.
For how much like they're spending on movies and stuff like that, that's a little
That
hush
is
money. is-
chump change. You just sit
nothing.
this one out for the next 15 years, bud.
Yeah, when we find the exact right thing for you, you can come and you can do
Yeah.
it. And I don't care if it's like a 2-line role, you will do it and earn your way back into the pantheon.
That's right.
Good God damn it. But
When are we going to do Pluto Nash?
oh no.
We should do a movie that we've never seen, but is in
Yeah.
the time period.
Yeah.
Or our kind of jazz, you know?
I honestly don't think and now that you mention those, I honestly don't think I ever saw that or Meteor Man.
I've seen Meteor Man. It is atrocious.
Yeah.
I've never seen Pluto Nash.
Well, maybe we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Down the road though. We have a lot of movies to cover before we
damn
start.
right. We got a lot of movies to go.
Going
Holy
crazy.
fuck.
Other stuff to talk about. We were talking about this before we started recording. Conan going down to a half-hour
an
show
hour.
next year. And
Lazy prick.
I started to work it out because I was reading his statement about doing it and stuff like that. And his basic statement was every late night show is doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Monologue, sketch,
Guest.
or whatever version of
Yeah,
sketch.
something,
Most
whatever.
times they don't have sketch writers, and it's like, oh, I'll play beer pong with, fucking Aziz Ansari or whatever bullshit. And the whole I don't even know what
That
I'm
was
trying
Jimmy
to say.
Fallon, pretty much, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then 3 guests. And I mean, if I'm being really
And then
frank,
musical
even the shows I really like, they never I never stay beyond guest 1 unless it's like somebody out of this world.
Yeah, you sometimes
So-
guess two's like, oh, I gotta see, or you know.
But there's just so many of those shows, and there's so much going on. Like I wake up in the morning or something like that, and it's
That's
like
always a plus.
I've got a big chunk of those. Yeah, it's nice to
Yeah.
wake up in the morning. But yeah, I have so many of those shows and other things to watch, and it's like I don't have time. So it's like, okay, I'll watch this show, get through the first stuff, and it's like, okay, do I even give a shit about the guests? Oh yeah, I like the first guy. I'll watch the first guy. Okay, I get through it. But like, what was it? Seth Meyers. The first and second guest sucked, but the third guest was Joe Perro, who's a really funny comic who's got a new show on Adult Swim. Go check that out.
What's it called?
It's called Joe Perro Talks to People.
Oh.
And he's very funny. I first saw him on the Chris Gethard show. He played a character named Zero Fucks Boyd. And he's
Like
just like
zero
his
fucks given.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's just it. And he was just like, I'd say I'm sorry that I'm late, but I don't give a fuck. Like that was just
Right.
and that's his whole like his tone. That's his voice. His
You have to show
character
me
voice
this
and
guy.
stuff.
I
Like,
think I know him.
He's very funny, and so he was on. So I skipped through everything else just to see him. But I watched like maybe 15 minutes of Seth Meyers, and then
Yeah, I usually just watch like the beginning part, and usually if the first guest is good, I will watch them. But that's
Yeah.
about it.
And that's
I
all you
never make it to the
So-
end of any of them.
So he's changing his format where essentially it's going to be a short beginning. It's going to include some of his like usual video stuff, like his Clueless Gamer, which he did one with Bill Hader for Gods of War.
Right.
Funny as hell. It
Oh,
was so good.
sweet.
And so they do those kind of things, and he'll have a guest. And so I mean, like to me, that works out perfect because I mean, if you take the fat out of most of these things, you lose 2 guests.
That's
you
the
shrink
idea,
down
right?
the
Just all
monologue.
killer, no filler.
That's exactly it. So I'm totally on board.
I dig it.
And
I just
you-
love Conan. Conan can do anything.
Well, that's it to me too, right? It's just I don't give a shit about anybody else.
Conan could show
But-
up at like my family party and like shit on my mom.
Yeah,
And I'd be like, right on, Conan.
well, I would say here's the $100 I contractually promised
Yeah.
you for doing such a
For
thing.
shitting on my
But
mother.
yeah, and he does not do it for the pleasure. He's just all showman. He's just
He's a
like,
businessman through and through.
He's I'll do what it takes to put the asses in seats,
Mhm.
or this Kate to empty out my ass. I don't know. I didn't have I didn't have anything going there. But yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy few weeks. I mean, so many things have actually passed.
Bill and
since we were
Ted
here.
3.
Bill and Ted 3. How
Oh
amazing!
my
I mean,
God.
people have been talking about it forever. It is
It's
finally
confirmed.
official.
Who's going to be the new Rufus?
That remains
Female.
to be seen.
Ellie Kemper. Bald. Rufus.
I don't know. I feel like they'll just skip Rufus altogether.
No,
and they'll
because
just go to
you'd think that there would be other time agents.
well,
There's got to be more of them out there.
you'll have that, or it'll just go straight to the council. I feel like when you go back and watch Bill and Ted, and you see the council of people, the one of them is this kind of black girl. She's got kind of square hair.
Yep.
I feel like if you're gonna cast Leslie Jones in a part,
Okay.
that's probably the role she should
Oh my
play.
God, yes, totally.
Because-
He was the dude in the middle, wasn't he? And then there was like 2 off to the side. Remember, it was Wicked
Yeah.
Hair's Kid and Play-esque style.
Legitimately
of the
thought it was a girl.
future.
I wasn't trying to.
Is
I
it?
I don't know. I
It's
legitimately
the
believed
future.
it was
It's
a girl.
probably both, and then some.
Uh-huh.
There's a new sexual organ
Yes.
out there that happens in the future.
2 penises, 1 vag, and kind of
Oh,
another
yeah.
mini asshole just for the taste of it,
Yeah.
right?
Diet Coke.
No, brought to you by Pepsi. But
Uh-oh, we have conflicting sponsors.
son of a bitch, we're never gonna get those Doritos Locos tacos now, right?
Did you see, this is the real news right here.
Yeah.
Okay, breakfast taco from Taco Bell, and the shell is egg.
Okay, let's get really serious now for a minute. I am losing my mind over that company and the weird things they decide
Have
to
you
do
seen
with
that
food.
thing?
I have seen
The
that.
fuck?
I've
Like,
also seen the waffle double down.
oh
which,
my lord.
logic would say, oh, the waffle double down is going to be chicken inside of a waffle sandwich. No, it's a waffle inside of a chicken bread sandwich because it's like
so
the double
chicken
down.
on both. Chicken is the bread.
Yes,
and the meat
waffle
is
is
a
the meat.
waffle. And just like the original double down,
Yeah.
there's a little piece of paper like with an electronic thing on it. So when you get halfway through it, you bite into it, it automatically calls 911, and ambulances and EMTs are sent directly to your location.
Yeah, well,
Because
I think
you are about to die.
I think that once you purchase one, it should send a thing to like a crisis center so they can call you and say, "Don't do it." You
Do
like,
this, man.
but
And it's the
they're
guy
not-
behind the desk.
like it's always whenever you hear that a crazy thing is being done,
That's
it's
fucking
always
crazy.
it's always one of these 3 restaurants that are all owned
Yep.
by the same company.
Yep. Pepsi.
This company and
Pepsi.
this is
So
delicious,
it's
and I still
KFC,
eat it all those
Taco
places.
Bell,
and Pizza Hut.
and Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut is like, hey, you know what's really always been missing from pizza? Hot dogs hidden in the crust.
Yeah. Dear God.
See, and like some things, they're like stuffed crust. I'm like, oh, I can get behind
I can dig
that. That's
that.
fine. I sort of understand that. And then they're like, no, it's hot dogs in there because we want you to think it's cheese, then eat hot dogs and see what your brain does. Like,
Beautiful.
it's just,
It's filled with Velveeta.
oh,
And
God.
the Velveeta is filled with bacon.
And the bacon's filled with your nightmares.
Yes, you're
And-
worst.
But they all do that. Like, and it was like the bowl, the KFC bowl.
that you could eat.
Yeah, it's just like gray paste
The
with
bowl
lumps in it.
should be chicken,
I'm surprised. it
and then
has
the inside chicken bits,
I
like
think-
popcorn chicken.
yeah. I think you just became a development executive. at
Holy
KFC.
shit!
And then
They could probably mold that. They probably, they can mold it in anything they want to. They just form it into a patty so you don't get freaked out.
yeah, they heat it in the heart of a dying star.
Yes.
And then melt it down and then mold it into.
That's
their
right.
It's all good.
Chicken bowls, bro. Fuck, where have I been all my life?
Oh man, well, where have you been all your life? That's the truth. That's the truth. And then if you feel like this is your comeback, where are you going with the rest of your life?
Yes. That
But-
was it. Good night.
Good night. But yeah,
We're going to get a
come on.
call any minute. Live, somehow. They
Yeah.
got big Pepsi man, they got mad cash. Imagine that where the phone rings and her headphone, like, hello? That's Big
Yeah.
Pepsi.
I'll
We,
tell
we
you
want
right
to
now.
purchase your chicken bowl idea off you.
Shit.
What do you think
Like, will
something
you
like
hook
that
me up with
goes
any
for?
money for that?
I'll give you one free chicken bowl.
That works.
With none of the ingredients in it.
No, it's
I'm
probably
not
for
a
the
fucking
best.
charity case here.
I'll just fill it up with spaghetti and my own sauce, and then
Oh
we'll
my
fold
god,
it over
the new
itself.
spaghetti bowl.
Spaghetti bowl.
Oh my
I'd
god.
go spaghetti basket.
The
weave
bowl is a spaghetti.
Mhm.
Spaghetti meatballs and sauce.
it. And then how they send it to you, it's a woven basket. And then they stick the things in. And then when you order it, they dip it in sauce and then they whip it around and throw it at you like David and Goliath.
Chicken wicker.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god. Like a wicker basket made of
Oh.
chicken wicker. Come on, get on board here, man.
I thought you said chicken liquor. I'm like, are you looking for fermented chicken to be distilled into a booze of some sort?
Yes. Oh my
That's
god.
next.
See? We're on it. Where the fuck? They're calling any minute. I swear.
Any minute. Oh my god, our screen's turning. It's like we're being hailed in Star Trek. It's just like I always wondered how they did that. Like, are they like locking into their signal, or does each ship have like a phone number?
Yeah, good call.
Right?
And there's a hello. Okay, I'll patch you through.
Who's directing Star Trek? It's a female, a woman's directing Star Trek. I don't know her name though. That's the next Star Trek.
The next
being
Star Trek
directed by a
movie?
woman. So it's
Written
that's
by
her
Quentin
job.
Tarantino?
I don't know if he is still doing it. They were in talks. He was in talks to do it.
Not to direct, but he had an
Right.
idea. He went to
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams with an idea
Yeah.
for Star Trek, and they to just placate him or whatever. They're like, okay, we'll hire a guy to flush that out. They're
I don't-
probably like, whatever.
I like to hear when people do that though. It's like kind
'Cause
of
he's
like
interested in it.
yeah, exactly. And it's just it was like when like they got Kevin Smith to work on Superman. Not that they ever made the movie, but
Okay, so Kirk is got a drug addiction. Okay, he's shooting up all the time in the back. He can't show up for the shift. Who's got to do it? Spock.
and he's played by Tim Roth.
Yeah, exactly, motherfucker. Every other word.
And Spock is played by
Harvey Keitel. The fuck?
I'm trying to cast the whole thing. Scotty will be played by Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
I can't get the motherfucking warp drive working.
Who else would it be? Okay, we got Scotty. We got
Leonardo
we got-
DiCaprio is
what-
gonna play.
What about what's her name? Zulu Azura.
Uhura? What the hell? Like,
Ahura.
Zathura? Like, yeah, who is she?
What's her
She's
name?
that movie directed by Jon Favreau that is basically
Zathura.
Jumanji. Yeah.
Right, in space.
Yeah. Uhura.
Who's going to play Ahura? Uma?
Yeah, it's got to be Uma.
It's got to be Uma.
Yeah,
and she doesn't wear shoes or socks the entire time because he has a raging foot fetish.
He's so gross.
True.
He's so gross. I know. I just the foot fetish thing. I am so not judgmental when it comes to like sexual things and stuff like that.
You don't like feet?
But no, I don't care about feet is the problem. Like
you don't like a big toe jammed right up your rectum?
Not so much, but I don't judge people who are down with that.
But
at the same but on first reaction, that's the only one that ever gets me. I'm like, really? Rex Ryan has a foot fetish? Weird. But then it's like, and then it settles down and you'll just kind of whatever. But if like I heard the exact same thing, it's like, oh, he likes being shit on and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, man, who am I? Who am I to judge?
R. Kelly runs a sex cult and he pees on underage girls? Cool. Foot fetish?
Yeah. Well, because what if I shook that guy's hand?
I like that R. Kelly recently came out and said that this is all bullshit to tarnish his legacy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that he was a musician. I thought he was just a creepy, perverted motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, that is your legacy. Yeah. So what?
Yeah. If Trapped in the Closet was anything other than a confession, I don't know.
Exactly. A very long and winding confession.
And I may have mentioned this before, but listen to Weird Al Yankovic's Trapped at the Drive-Thru. It's very, very funny. And
Trapped at the Drive-Thru.
It's so good. He basically hits all the same things. Like Trapped in the Closet is the weirdest. That's actually something we should do sometime.
Oh my! Watch Trapped in the Closet 1 through 854,
and just react. Because honestly, I think I only saw the first like 5 parts of it, and I'm like, okay, I get it. And then I found out,
like a midget,
you don't
and
get
he's
it.
Gay,
it gets crazier.
And then she gave him AIDS, and then the baby's got AIDS. And oh man,
so many AIDS.
Oh yeah,
but it's just one of those
amazing
bananas things, and it just like got crazier and crazier to the point where you're like, I can probably cut it off here. It definitely won't get crazier. And then he's like, double down. And then, and then he just literally invented the double down and brought it on and peed on it and then fed it to somebody. And it's just like
fed it to an underage animal.
So,
oh yeah.
What counts as underage? Given the fact that animals can walk, most animals can walk at birth,
and the animals aren't
like
wearing pants.
Yeah, well, exactly. They're always presenting, so it's like, what are you gonna do? But like, what counts as underage?
I don't know, man.
Shit.
Okay, so how old are they? Okay, so 2. What are they? What's dog years? 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 2. Yeah, 2. Okay, so 3.
Yeah, but 4, some of these animals only live like 10 years. Down. So it's like
4 down. Any species.
Okay, 4.
4 down.
I can't argue with that.
Yep, I've done the math.
Okay, my dog, by the way. It's like, because you know how you can give parental permission? And she's 9 months. Next month, give me a call if you're down with that.
But don't forget to bring your American Express card.
And have a tiny penis. I don't want to hurt her.
She deserves a good bang.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a good girl.
Send me a picture of your little wiener. That's going to be a new thing. Everybody, email your pictures of your tiny penis to podcast@miscastcommentary.com.
It's our micro penis contest.
We won't
micro penis of the month. Yet again, it's me. I'm every month.
Yeah, we'll produce a T-shirt with your picture with the winning picture.
Oh my God,
on
yes.
It'll
Don't
just
be embarrassed. It's so tiny, nobody will even.
No, it'll be a regular Miscast Commentary T-shirt. Just on the sleeve of the shirt, there's just the teeniest.
Or like where the Star Trek logo would go, right? The thing there on their shirts.
Oh my God.
Beam me up.
Okay, so forget. We're not going for micro penis now. Now we're just going for weirdest shaped penis. Yeah. If it's close to the Star Trek,
you are pretty much a shoe-in. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a forked penis? Give us.
Mine looks like Abraham Lincoln. Or whatever, right? Honest Abe.
Yeah, it doesn't without the stovepipe hat cheater. No props. No props.
No props. No props. Props,
Carrot
bro.
Top,
Props.
you're out.
Props. But what if he sends in a picture of his own penis? Sans props. I don't think he's even available.
I think his penis
I don't think he'll even... Exactly.
He is too busy being insanely successful to even be bothered by
oh
being
my
made fun
God,
of.
yes.
It's... Like, that's one of those
Isn't
things.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Does he have like a Vegas residency at some old folks home or something?
No, not at an old folks home. At like the Mirage.
Oh my Lord.
Like he is. I actually considered going to see him when we were there.
You should have.
I kind of regret
not
not
live
doing.
again.
Well, it was kind of like
Whole
a lot
trip
of the ones
ruined.
A lot of the ones I wanted to see. Like I wanted to see Penn and Teller really bad, and it was literally the only week they weren't there.
Yep. Nobody was there.
Yeah, it was them and another magician.
One of these days too.
I mispronounced it so bad I didn't know if I meant musician or magician.
But they're both.
Yeah. Well, it's fair.
One of these days, we will present to the people of the shows that you actually did go see because nobody was there.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah. No, I went to all busy.
No,
thing.
you didn't. Garbage. It was
I
all
did.
craziness.
Yeah.
The weirdest off things, you know.
I did.
Remember, that was a skit we're gonna do. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Yes, and yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah. There we go. What was that?
God.
Somebody.
Well, the only fucking professional here.
Unfortunately,
Jesus Christ.
If that's our bar, but but
You
what
can't
was it?
limbo under that fucking bar, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what show it was. I think it was a TV show where somebody's
Did
like
you go see Skip the Dragon or whatever?
Piff the Magic Dragon. And I met him. He was actually really nice.
Poofer?
Poofer the Magic Dragon. Oh my god, the Magic Dragon. But he was actually really good. He very small venue, but he was really funny, and he's got the love of Penn and Teller too. Like they were there, and they did like videos for him for his like first week of opening, and he appeared on their stage and stuff like that. And
they're giving a little love.
yeah, well, it's nice to see. Like, because really all you're doing every day is competing for tourist dollars.
Yes.
In Vegas, right? Because, I mean, the locals probably have eventually gone and seen everybody.
Probably. Well,
like,
there's a shit ton of people
right?
coming out of that place, man.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, it's like, well, if I lived in Vegas, it's like, yeah, I'd go see that once or whatever.
Any of the shows you went to have empty seats?
Yeah, but not many. And I feel like it was...
They purchased it and then got way too drunk and then didn't show up.
I feel like that was likely the
They
case.
followed the trail of like titty cards on the ground out into the desert to the bunny ranch.
Yeah. So like there was one we went and saw. It was called Sex Tips for a Straight Girl from a Gay Man.
Huh?
It was just a weird thing, and it was like a guy from Queer Eye from the Straight Guy and Kendra Wilkinson.
Nice.
And it was like a Broadway thing, and it was like this big deal, and it was about like the basic idea was that this gay guy was giving this straight girl tips and trying to like unleash her sexuality and stuff like that. And it was pretty funny.
I don't think she needs any help.
No.
She whip her tits out?
No, she didn't.
What the fuck? You're probably all tittied out by the time you even get in there. You're
I
like,
was.
If I see one more tit, like Jesus.
I was. I mean, because we saw, well, just the random girls on the street who just paint their boobs, and they're like, "This is fine." And there's like a child
this
walking.
This is fine.
Well, like literally on more than
Who
one
brings
occasion.
their child to Titty Town.
Because
they gets upset.
They sell you off. They're like, "Don't worry, it's family friendly now. It's great." Like it's
50% less dicks,
and it's
swinging everywhere.
I just don't understand bringing your kids there. Still, like there are resorts you can kind of stay in and just like let it be whatever.
Right.
But it's like to get from point A to point B, you have to waft through like fucking strippers.
Yeah.
And it's just like that was it. Like it was just two girls that were dressed like cops, but with their tits out, and they had like stars like pointing.
Those were real police officers.
They were, but I mean, you still have to tip them.
They'll whip your ass.
But that was the thing, and everybody always like, oh, let's take your picture. Like, I'm actually genuinely surprised they were everybody was such a whore that I thought they were gonna be like, oh, let's get her picture with this little boy, and they don't say, hey, you have to pay us to take a picture. They're like, let's get a picture. Okay, now you got to pay us.
Oh my god!
And they do that, and like there was like people like would shove CDs
That's
in my
cheese
face,
ball.
and it was just. But everybody would
force themselves in,
mm-hmm.
take a picture all awkwardly, and then be like, "Yeah, hook me up with some money."
Yeah, the only person I wanted to give money to, but Carrie didn't want to do it, was big sexy black Batman. Like it was a guy who was like a 6'3", big shizzle.
Black Batman. So why out of everybody did he deserve your hard-earned dollars?
He was really nice to everybody. He was like, he wasn't like really pushy with everybody,
yeah.
But also he was just like, he was like this cool dude.
Right.
And I was just
That's because the women are brutal. And they will do anything for your dollars.
But like
they
a
don't
lot
give
of the
a fuck.
A lot of the other guys were kind of like that, but he wasn't. But like then I saw him taking pictures. I saw him a bunch of times over there.
Right.
He posted up across the street from our hotel. So I saw him like every time we crossed.
Do you have to get like a thing, like a permit or something there?
I imagine you have to have something.
Dear God, how many fucking permits are they handing out to all these crazy
so
maniacs?
Many. And then at night, just literally you getting trading card after trading card of hookers.
You should have brought me some of these cards.
I thought I did bring them back, but I think I ended up.
I'll be in Vegas one day. I have to go.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome. Well, if Carrie divorces me, and if she ever listens to these podcasts, she will.
Go to
then
Vegas
we'll
with
go
me?
to Vegas together.
Oh, I thought you said she'll go to Vegas with me.
She might.
Oh, okay.
Well, if that's happening, I'm going to Disney.
You were going there anyways, for fuck's sake.
Gotta do it. I wrote, just out of boredom, I wrote a review on TripAdvisor for Epcot, and then somebody like sent me a question. They're like, "So how do I do this?" And, like,
Dude,
so-
you are the best motherfucking person. You should be like on Disney's payroll and be on the phones.
I know, right?
When I go there, even Universal, whatever, you're the guru. How do you use the
set you up.
ride, do
The
the
fast
ride,
passes.
the fast pass, all that shit. This guy is like
I literally
fucking on it, man.
I spend more days giving advice about that sort of stuff. Literally, I worked a night shift last night into this morning, and I gave my boss advice on going to Disney. And then like the day before, this person was like, "Oh yeah, I want to get a dining plan," but I'm like, I'm eating at like Epcot tomorrow. I'm like, then
Right.
it's too late to get a
You're
dining
eating
plan.
at Epcot. I'm at Epcot right now.
Yeah.
Where should I eat?
I've already
Like,
ordered.
What? Yeah, like
I've already ordered. Did I do it right?
yeah, like, no.
But yeah, we'll do that one day. I'll do my weird Disney tips, because I mean if Miscast TV, we're gonna have to cover a lot of fucking subjects.
You damn right we're gonna have to.
So we'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to
So
it.
what else is in the news? Caitlyn Jenner's still a man, or
Yeah, you're the man, Caitlin. Fuck. But no, in the same house of Bill and Ted, Tenacious D's got a new movie
they
coming
do
out.
Pick of
They
Destiny 2.
They announced it at some concert venue where Kyle Gass was sporting a David Letterman white beard. And I was like, "Oh, you guys are
the
getting a little
beast
old on
beard.
this."
Eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
I wonder
so-
if Dave Grohl will show up and play drums for him.
Who knows?
But I
that
think
was
they're
that-
across the country right now doing their own tour.
That was that time period when Dave Grohl was just doing everything for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Because he also he discovered Queens of the Stone Age, and then they just fired their drummer, so he drummed on.
That was
their
like the best album. That's my favorite
That
Queens
was
of
a
the Stone
very
Age album.
That was a very good
fucking
album.
awesome.
Yeah,
Like Clockwork's really good too, but my favorite is
go with the flow, baby.
whatever the name of that one is.
I don't know the album,
What the fuck is the name of that album? I should really know this.
the Whites Only.
Oh,
album.
Songs for the Deaf.
There you go.
Yeah. You can't even hear it.
That is. Yeah, that's why it was very bassy.
Oh yeah.
That was how
It's like the brown note.
music you can feel.
Yeah, music you can shit yourself to involuntarily.
Which to me, any music.
Yeah. Any
Yeah.
music, baby.
Yeah, every note's the brown note if you eat poorly. Alrighty. So I think that's a good spot, as good a spot as any.
I think it's a
to-
great spot.
Once you start to talk about poop, it's like, oh, okay, I think we've run out of topics for the day.
Oh yeah. Well, unless we want to talk about pooping, we could be all night.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be another long episode of Miscast TV because you're going to need some visuals on this
You're damn right.
These ones are curly, just the way that Oprah says is the good job.
And her gold toilet, and it doesn't matter what kind of shit Oprah takes in that toilet because it turns it into a proper poop.
Yeah.
So when she looks in the toilet, she's very content with herself.
And then she takes it out and places it on this this magic table next to it, and then it becomes one of the new hosts of an OWN show. There's rumors that that's how Tyler Perry was born.
Oh my lord! Of course it was, and Wendy Williams.
And
Girl, I love Wendy Williams.
Iyanla.
Iyanla.
Was it Iyanla Fix My Life? And Dr. Phil was after a really weird flu she had. It was the only white hairy poop she had. Yeah, I mean,
Looked like asbestos
the
wrapped in cotton balls.
burden's now on Oprah to prove me wrong.
That's right, Oprah.
So
Own it, Oprah. Own
and
it,
for what it's
girl.
worth, own one of the channels I work for. So just so we're putting that out there, I do broadcast the channel, and I work very hard to make sure it looks good.
You work for Oprah and you just dissed her. That's hardcore, bro.
She apparently was in our building at one point, and nobody
oh my
ever
god!
saw her.
Of course you
There was
didn't.
it was like
She
I
doesn't
guess-
want you making eye contact with her.
Well, and that was my bummer, and I heard that she was gonna be there, and I guess they blocked off this area for all their cars to be there and stuff like that. And I think they had dinner up on the top floor, and then they left. And I'm like, she didn't even come to see where it broadcasted from.
No.
I was like,
no.
that was kind of a bummer.
Oh no, I'm sure she saw. There's probably a camera watching you guys all the time.
We've
with
seen
Oprah watching.
I've seen so many celebrities in that building, and usually
who?
musicians. Dave Grohl.
Nice.
My buddy saw.
Like you saw him.
Yeah. It was the Foo
He's supposed to
Fighters.
be like the nicest guy.
The Foo Fighters were in the building, And literally, I looked over and they were just walking past, and I'm like, whoa. And then they went up the stairs. And I guess when they give everybody, those guys the tour, they let them like slide down the big slide and stuff like that. And I went and I peeked around the corner, and he was chucking his shoes down at one of the guys who already went down the slide. And like, so they were just having a little rock and roll fun. And then I heard a story from one of my coworkers where he was sitting there, and you know, you get that feeling you're being watched sometimes.
Yeah,
and
all the time.
One of our entire walls
By the government.
There you go. One of our entire walls is glass, so you get that feeling a lot.
I would guess so.
And he's sitting there and he's like, I've got this weird feeling. And then he looks over and then he's like, and my first thought was the truth. Is that Flea looking at me? Flea was there just like they were inches apart, and he goes like, hi. And Flea's like, hi. And then they just went off and did whatever.
And he just went on his merry way.
I ran into
Mumford
a sock
on his dick?
No, he did not. He was dressed. But at least that's the story I heard.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It could have been anything.
Mumford and Sons.
Yeah. HIV, infected blood, sugar, sex magic. And then and then I ran into Mumford and Sons on the stairs, but didn't realize it was them until it was too late.
Yeah, good. Who cares?
I enjoy it. But that's good pub music for me. That's the kind of music I want to be if I'm like just sitting there eating some fish and chips. That's exactly the music I
don't
want to
go
hear.
to pubs. I go to dank holes.
That's exactly right.
If I don't get attempted to be stabbed upon arriving, I'm like, let's get out of here. Nobody's even trying to stab me with a broken beer bottle.
See, I want to be called. I want to be called a poofta. I want to be like that's why I'm very
poofta,
right? So we're basically
is that like a type of fart? He's calling you kind of like a silent fart, like
it's a gay thing. It's a gay thing.
Oh,
it's because I'm not drinking alcohol. So
yes. Well, no, because you're not drinking like a gigantic, like 155-ounce Guinness.
Yeah.
Which makes you a gay woman.
Which is warm.
A gay child woman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it makes you.
Yes. It's one of those words. It's like we don't have a word for it in English. Yeah. It's like a child's laundry.
You're not even throwing up blood all over yourself yet. You poofter.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Is blood dripping out of your anus right now? You poofter. You're a poofter.
How dare you talk to the queen that way?
I'm the queen, mom.
Good Lord. All right. So
were we going to end this thing?
Yeah, I was just trying to do it now, and then you've exposed me.
Exposed, yeah.
Oh, well, hey, it's kind of warm in here, so I could use it. But as always, check us out, miscastcommentary.com. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment. All those good things, they do help us get seen. It puts us on the list, and we thank everybody who has been doing those kind of things because we have, once again, we got, I think we were at 12 last time I checked on the film and television podcast list in the U.S.
Not good enough, people. Not good enough.
Let's get that one up, and let's make that, and let's also make the Canadian list. We have like 8 Canadian listeners. We figure being a Canadian show, like, you know, it's like Corner Gas. It's like nobody else.
I'm not even shitting you. I was literally going to say they're too busy listening to episodes of Corner Gas turned into a podcast, then turned into a cartoon.
Yeah, that's a thing now. That's
weird.
Don't go see that, guys.
You mean at your house? Like, don't go to the TV and flick to the channel.
No, I'm just telling our American listeners to just not
watch us.
Yeah.
Well, just listen to us.
Listen to us. Go to Miscast TV. Watch us.
Yeah.
See this one right here? I'm actually recording the mini episodes now, and instead of playing the audio
Look at
for
the
mini,
arm.
There it is. So
instead of body style,
instead of playing the audio for the mini episodes, we're gonna have video for the mini episodes.
Beautiful.
Now. Right?
Beautiful. It's true.
I saw your face in a crowded place, and I lost my headphones. Pooh. So
it's so beautiful.
So yeah. So as I mentioned, Miscast TV, go and check that out.
Whoa. How do you know what you're doing?
Total pro.
Whoa, it's like driving with no hands on the wheel, man.
Driving NASCAR with no hands on the wheel.
You're like Van Damme surfing the motorcycle in Hard Target, bro.
Ooh, we should do that movie someday.
I don't want to.
All right, well, too late. Spoiler alert, that one's coming down the pipe. But yeah, so anyways, check those things out. Email us, podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Follow us on Twitter, @miscastpodcast, @miscasttv. I'm @JK Finley. Todd's @miscasttodd. So do all those things. And while you're doing those things, love each other. And like really, like whoever you're with, just start fucking them.
Yeah.
And listen to us. Here, let's talk them
Tired
through
of
it.
loving myself.
Let's talk them through it, and we'll just slowly fade out. This is our goodbye to everybody. Okay. I'm assuming this is two like dude bros who've never thought about doing this before, but have always thought about doing this before. And they look at each other, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna spit on my dick and just stick it in you, like in Brokeback Mountain." Like it was just kind of like
I wish I could quit you.
the tension was so high that they didn't plan out having gay sex for the first time, so nobody like packed any lube. It was just like, this is the moment where it's gonna happen.
And it's really one little loogie enough to really get it up an ass. Like, jeez.
It depends on how well they hydrate.
I think that's just like a show to the person you're gonna ram your dick up their ass to be like, hey, see, I care. I'm not going in dry.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going in 99.9% dry.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there's two guys. Okay, and they run a podcast, and they're so absolutely straight that they always think about butt ramming each other.
Oh, so much.
And they can't even get it up with a woman unless a picture of themselves or the other one is on the nightstand.
Yes. Particularly one where it looks like they're judging them for thinking these thoughts. So anyways, guys, as this slowly fades out, I want you to fuck like animals.
Oh, yeah, that's the one who should have.
You guys came so fast because you're fucking inadequate assholes. I got that.
I liked it.
All right, guys. Just
got pretty
I don't
raunch
know.
at the end there.
I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm hoping that somebody discovered their true selves in this episode.
This is the one I'm telling my mother to listen to. That's for sure.
Don't listen with her. It might trigger something. All right. We'll see you next week with I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Do not, if you're looking this movie up, do not spell any of the words correctly or you're never gonna find it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm, this is I''M, gonna, so Gonna, get, Geit.
Geet.
You, it's just you, regular, it's
A U.
Yeah, and then sucker.
It's just a U. Is it just a U or is it Y-O-U?
I honestly don't even remember.
I think it's a U.
I think it's just you.
Yeah.
And then sucker, not sucker. They can call each other suckers. We cannot.
Yeah, that's not cool,
Right?
bro.
Yeah, so
Not cool at all.
I don't even like that you said bro. It makes me feel really weird. All right. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.